Hey guys, it's Monday, August the 19th. Hope everybody had a good weekend, ready for a good trading week. We got a little news this week, nothing really huge major, but at least in the US anyway. So, welcome to everybody. If this is your first time here, my name is Terry. I do Forex swing trading. I got plenty of videos. You can go back and look. If you don't understand anything, I don't do day trading, even though there is a trade that sets up every now and then again during my session, which is New York Eastern time. So we're going to go through the currencies here. Of course, I don't do the Euro USD. I don't use the USD JPY. Follow it, even though I did whenever the USD JPY got up into the 150s and 160s, I started selling it. And you guys, if you want to know why, you can go back and look at my videos. It's in there why back then, which would be about 4, 5, 6 months ago. So pound dollar is showed up with a 1 hour sell. I don't think it's done. I think it's got a little bit more to go, because we're about 320 away from the yearly resistance right there. But I think this is still going to go up. It's going to make a higher high, then it's going to sell off. The pound dollar will. And that could be tonight. So just watch for that. Could be a sell opportunity tonight. Aussie dollar, same thing. That is a yearly pivot right there. I talked about this last week, that this is probably where that was going, and that's where it's going. Going to look for a sale opportunity in here on the Aussie dollar, and that could happen tonight. I'm not in either one of those yet. Pound CAD has made a 1 hour sell. If you're in this sale, this has got to be your stop. The high of that candle right there, that has to be your stop if you're in this sale. I've been in the pound CAD, oh my goodness, since last, was it Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And I just got stopped out earlier, right there on that poke down. I got stopped out on that earlier this morning, finally. But I was way over here on the second half of the position. First half, I'd already taken my 35 pips. I got stopped out here. This was a good trade. This made the month. If I'd done nothing else, that trade definitely paid all the bills and some. Just the one trade. So sometimes you get those, sometimes you're not. A lot of times during the summer, you don't get them. So that's the pound CAD. So like I said, if you're in this, I'm not in it. If you're in this sale, that high right there, that it's got to be your stop. Pound yen is still in a sale. I'm looking for it to come up into here somewhere about 191, close to that, close to 191, and then maybe be another sale opportunity on the pound yen. I'm not in it. The Euro New Zealand has been in a sale. There is no buys yet. Let's see how far away we are. We are a good distance, because we went up. Looks. See, I had, again, people message me over the weekend that, of course, they do day trading. They trade during the daytime, and which is fine if you want to use those for during the daytime. But to me, I've used those back years and years ago, the daily pivots and even the weekly pivots. And the weekly were more important to the daily. The daily, sometimes it would hit it, sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes it would blow up through it, sometimes it wouldn't. They just weren't consistent. They weren't consistent enough. But you can see we went on the yearly pivot, rejection, sold off. That was was a good sell right there, and it's continued in the sell. But we got to have a retest of that at some point, and we're a good distance away. So I'm going to be looking for a buy on the Euro New Zealand. That could come tonight or in the morning, but not in it right now. Pound New Zealand, same things, and a sell. It went up close to its yearly. I think that was a retest. Let me make sure. Nope, that's where it come up right there. And it got within 38 pips of it. 38 pips. So we've come back down and filled in that big off the news, which was last Wednesday. There was the news. It's come back and it's filled in half of that. Sometimes it does a little bit more than that. But there's nothing. I'm looking for another pound New Zealand buy on it too, but there's nothing there just yet on either one of those. New Zealand yen, there was a short, came up to it, short again, back up to it. Could be another short opportunity coming in, but if I get in the pound yen, and I think there was another one too, the euro yen, then I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to be in a bunch of yen pairs, just a couple, two at the most, if I get in any of those. The only one I am in is the Euro Aussie. I just got in it about 25 minutes ago. That little low right there, that's my stop. So I got a no risk trade. But looking at this, we are heading down to the yearly pivot, and we came off the yearly resistance pivot. And now we're gradually coming down, so this could be, even if it is an up move, it could be short-lived. So, but at least I got a low-risk trade on this. I mean, it's basically $6 is what I'm risking. That's it. I mean, $6. That's a McDonald's hamburger combo meal. Like that, how much that is now? $6-7. With the fries and the drink. That's all I'm risking. I can give that up one day. Don't need it anyway. That's the only one that I'm in. The Euro CAD. Let's squeeze it. Again, there's the yearly pivot, which is resistance. We poked its head above it, didn't close above it, sold off. Now we've come back to retest it. Is this going to be a sell opportunity on the Euro CAD? I'm not in it, nothing to do. It's not got up there where it needs to be. So there's nothing to do on it. The pound Aussie is in a sell. You had one opportunity, two opportunities. The second one was the bigger one. That one you'd have got half the position off, but then you'd have got stopped out in the second half, which is okay. You still make money. But then this one was a big one. You would actually still be in this trade. Because whenever you get in it, if you got up in here and it's sold off, once it took out that low, then you put your stop, but you'd have taken off half of the position or whatever. That's what I do. You are more than welcome. You have to figure out what it is that your comfort zone is, whether it's a eighth, a quarter, a third, a half, 3/4, whatever it is. You got to figure that out. I can't do that for you. That helps in your trading when you figure it out on your own. But this is the steps. When it takes out that low, you would have some of your position taken off. The rest of it would be at break even. Maybe put $1 or $2 on it where it didn't lose any money. I wouldn't put any more than that, because it could be a little retracement and then it continues. And then when it came down, it made a lower low. And then you'd have to move your stop down, which where it took it out was right in here. So it'd have to be probably that one. Would have been your stop when that came down. And then it poked up, it come down, took it out again, and now you're moving it down from there down to here. But now with this straight down move, I'd be trying to follow it a little bit more. If I was you, I'd actually would have it down to here now. If not, let's see, are we close to anything? No, we're not. So it could turn around here, but I would bring it to tighten the stop up a little bit more if you're in it. CAD yen, made a 1 hour buy. I had a 1 hour sale. There was 2 opportunities, and then it sold off big. Same thing, when this happens, if you get in it, it takes out the low, you move your stop. If you get it up there initially, it's right there. When it took out that low, you're moving it to break even. That's maybe $1 or $2, or you can leave it at break even, either one. It retraced a little, took the low out again, then you're bringing it down here. We had a big old crash. You would have to bring it down probably at least to that one, from right there to at least to there, maybe even to that one, because that was a gap from Sunday night. Right there. Actually, I had 2 gaps. That was an afternoon one, wasn't it? Yep. And then you had a little retracement again, then it took out the low again. Now you're bringing it down into here. But when you get these big candles, that's when you got to kind of follow it. Once you get a second and a third one, bring it down to in here. And it's coming back up in here, so it's either going to come and get you, stop you out, or it's going to come back down and retrace, and then give you another opportunity to bring your stop down, unless you got out. When this shows up, I have a tendency to get out when it shows up for me. Of course, it's not going to show up for you guys. When it shows up for me, that alerts me there's a very good chance of a potential buy right here, and of course there was. And that thing went up 150 pips. So no need to, I'd have got out down here. I wouldn't have had to rode through that. But I could still look for a sell opportunity if it shows up, a low risk trade. On the CAD yen, not in it though. Euro yen, it's done. That's the exact same picture as the CAD yen, exact same picture. So it's the same thing. So there's no need for me to be in a bunch of different ones when I got the same picture. I can do 1 or 2. I'm not doing any more than that, because it increases the risk in case something's wrong. If it's right, that's great. You're going to make money anyway with just 1 or 2 of them. Aussie yen didn't quite do the same thing, but there is a sell opportunity coming up here now. There is the sell. It ran away. Now it's giving you a second chance. There's going to be a sell opportunity here possibly tonight on the Aussie yen. I'm going to look for that. So, and it coming up soon. So that's it. Anybody get any questions or comments? Feel free to go under my video in the comment section. There it is underneath it, and put your question or comment in there, and I'm usually pretty quick at getting back to you. I did have one person over the weekend that was unsure. They were new in trading Forex currencies, and a lot of this stuff that they didn't understand, like these little dots, they weren't sure what that was. I told them that's par. These kind of helps with a trend, short term, not really long term, but you can get that anywhere in there. And this is a RSI. You can get that anywhere. Both of those are free. You can get those anywhere. But of course, they wanted to be able to buy the program, which I had to send back, which I always do to people that ask that. Not for sale. I have no intention of ever selling it, ever. Because I don't want somebody else taking the credit. All they're going to do, just like I've seen it done several times on YouTube. So I'm not going to have that happen to me. It's not like I don't really need the money anyway. So I like being able to teach people to trade, and that way they can learn to trade on their own, and then they don't need me no more. You don't need me. I don't want you depending on me. I want you to be able to learn on your own. Well, you don't need nobody else, but a lot of people like being on YouTube in those trade rooms, and they like the camaraderie and the conversation, but I don't mind doing that because I'm not live, because I had not really had no response for anybody wanting me to go to live, but I do run it live sometimes without me being there, but I do run the charts live. So that's the video for today. There'll be another video tomorrow. This one will be posted. It's being recorded, be posted in about 15-20 minutes. And so I hope everybody has a good night. So if you're in your trades already, monitor them, move your stops when you can, wherever you can, and take your profits, whatever you have it set at. You don't have to do the same thing I do. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.